Shit. Alright. I'm back on this motherfucker.
Nothing could
Let me hear
prepare
what these
police
niggas
for
talking
the
about.
interrogations of these two evil teen killers, suspected of murdering their best friend for nothing more than their own joy.
I just killed Cassie.
Damn.
Just left her house.
Okay,
This is
nigga.
not a fucking joke.
What type of shit you on? You get enjoying out of killing niggas. Alright, y'all, I'm fucking back. My fault, I had to warm that bitch up real quick. Damn. But I'm finna react to this fucking craziest interrogation moments of all time and close this motherfucker off for tonight. You see, we got a dub in Warzone, my guy, the best Warzone player, Sam, carried me, bro. God damn. Good shit, bro. I haven't got a dub in a long ass time on Call of Duty, probably since like last year. So thank you, Sam, for carrying me, bro. But what's it called? I finna watch this shit while I eat this Chick-fil-A. And then what's it called? Yeah, now I'm finna close this off for tonight. This shit is like 40 minutes, so let me get into this bitch. Oh shit, let me turn on the shit, wait, let me pause this shit real quick. Yeah, let me change my desktop audio. Give me a second, let me change my desktop audio. Damn, what the fuck? Damn, what the fuck is going on with this motherfucker? See, this streaming shit ain't easy. I thought that shit was easy. I thought you just hop on this bitch. There's hella shit you have to do. So if any nigga try to start that streaming shit, that shit take time. Shit, let me switch to this. Let me see if it'll play out. Oh, why didn't this audio not? Damn, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Damn, bro. Why the fuck is OBS so fucking hard to fucking maneuver? God damn. I'm telling y'all, bro. If y'all try to do this streaming shit, you gotta go through OBS, bro. This the hardest shit ever. Like, I'm not fucking in school. Let me see. Let me see if this motherfucker work now.
prison after shooting a 17-year-old boy.
Alright,
But
there
Thomas
we go. I don't know why that motherfucker wasn't working before, but let me turn this shit up. Let me know if that motherfucker loud as hell.
Interrogation rooms hold some of the most horrifying, saddening, and life-changing moments in history. So here are some of the craziest interrogation moments of all time.
There we go. There we go. Let me react to this
Starting out with Thomas
motherfucker.
Robinson, a
Thomas
27-year-old
Robinson, let me see what this
facing
nigga
life in
did.
prison after shooting a 17-year-old boy. But
Dumbass
Thomas
nigga.
wasn't going down easily. In
Shooting
fact,
minors
he
and
was
shit.
determined to make the cops' life as difficult as he could in the most dangerous ways imaginable. As the policeman moves to handcuff him, Thomas
Let's see what
leans
this
over and
dumbass nigga
glances
finna
at the
do.
holster on the cop's waist, where he gets
Look at
an
this nigga
idea of
fidgeting
the
and shit.
end in death for him and the officer.
Grab that nigga black. Wait, how the fuck he?
Yeah, I'm good. You couldn't get it.
Thomas made a leap for the cop's gun,
Yeah.
but due to safety features built
I
into
thought
the
his hands were
holster, he wasn't
handcuffed.
able
I
to
was
get
like, how
it
the
out.
fuck he grabbed that motherfucker? Damn, bro, I forgot to put my VPN on this motherfucker.
After a short struggle, two more cops entered the room with tasers to subdue
Oh, shit,
him.
let me change
he
my
was
Twitch
eventually
shit.
restrained without further issue.
Twitch
This
description
obviously
shit.
just looks like a case where the suspect wanted to escape and was prepared to do so by any means necessary. But take another listen to what
But
he's
that
saying as
motherfucker
he's fighting
just
with
talking.
the cops. If he was really trying to escape, it's unlikely he'd be repeating the words "kill me" from the get-go.
That nigga tweaking.
Instead, it's possible that Thomas was so
had
terrified
a
of his
death
sentence
wish.
and the position
Don't
he
y'all
was
see
in
that shit?
that he made the radical move to scare the officers in hopes that they'd shoot him and spare him from what's to come. Bringing a firearm into
what?
an
Shoot you and
interrogation
spray
room
you.
is an
Them niggas finna
incredibly
shoot you
foolish
dead,
idea.
dumbass
The majority
nigga.
of
What the
police
fuck you think
departments
this
were pitted
is?
for the safety of the
This nigga think he in a
detectives.
game or some shit?
But it seems this Las Vegas Police Department also forgot about that rule and come incredibly close to seeing the consequences.
Let me see what this nigga finna do. Damn. Hey, ain't gonna lie. Shorty thick as hell. Y'all seen that motherfucker? God, even in a prison the police uniform. God damn. Shorty bad.
This man convicted of killing
Oh, look at this
a
nigga.
2-year-old boy actually managed to retrieve the gun from the detective's holster, resulting in a mad scramble to get it back off him. It took 3 separate officers and multiple punches to the head to reclaim the firearm. Somehow, nobody was hurt.
Yeah, but
Ryan Waller wasn't so lucky, as his story ends in a truly horrifying way after
That
he
shit
was brought in
spread
for
out all over the
interrogation with a bullet still stuck in his head.
You're
Damn, they shot that
telling
nigga
me
in the
they
face.
shot you with a revolver in your eye?
Yes.
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
They
revolver.
shot you in the eye. You wouldn't be talking to me right now. It was most likely you be dead.
But little did police officers know, he was actually telling the truth. As while 18-year-old Ryan was being mocked by detectives, he was suffering from a gunshot to the head and experiencing a brain bleed that could end his life at any
damn, how the fuck that nigga still talking? He got one to the dome? Damn.
moment.
I want to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed.
On the 23rd of December 2006, 2 men broke into Ryan Waller's house looking for revenge for a past argument. Ryan heard the noise at the door, but when he went to investigate, a hand reached inside and shot him twice in the eye. The 2 men, Richie and Larry Carver, then entered his house and shot Ryan's girlfriend Heather, killing her instantly. By some miracle, 18-year-old Ryan survived and was able to talk to police when they arrived hours later. Given he'd just been shot in the head, he told them he had no idea what happened, but instead of being taken straight to the hospital, he was taken to the police station and interrogated for the longest hour of his life. Before the interview started,
Damn, my fault.
Ryan was left in the room alone. He squirmed in pain for 20 minutes straight, and worse yet, he was handcuffed to the desk and unable to scream for help.
Yeah.
Fuck it, this nigga. Oh yeah, this the nigga that got shot in the head. I was like, is he grabbing and shit? That this nigga was beating his shit in the interrogation room.
Ryan is obviously not okay, but the detective
Bro, send that nigga to the hospital ASAP.
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here? Okay. I don't know what happened, okay? So I'm gonna read you something to make sure you understand.
Bro, how did this nigga like,
Okay.
what's that word, cognitive?
Anything you
I
say
don't know,
can't be used against
big ass
you.
word, new word for y'all little niggas.
Highest grade you went through school.
I don't know. I just want to go home.
Oh, you're not gonna go home.
Like, how the fuck is he like
What's the
talking to this
highest grade that you
nigga?
completed?
B?
Shit.
No. Not grade as in letter grade. I'm asking, did you graduate high school?
It's like, it just looks like somebody just hit him right in his face, like with a big ass like right hook or some shit. It don't look like he just got shot in his face.
Right, Ryan?
Yeah.
The way the detective is talking to Ryan implies that he knows something is wrong. He's raising his voice slightly, slowing down, and talking in very simplified language just as you would a child. Yet even with the massive red mark around Ryan's face and the dazed responses he's giving, the detective still decides that nothing is wrong and continues questioning him.
Damn, they didn't bring this nigga to a hospital first before they like, I thought they like bring you to a hospital and like check if you okay and then bring you to the interrogation room or some shit. Or did he like do like kill somebody or something? That's why they probably put him in there first. I don't know, I remember. I'm too busy smacking on this Chick-fil-A.
You know a girl named Heather?
The one that lives there right now?
I guess, I don't know. If her name's Heather, what's her last name?
I don't know which name she's trying to use as her last one. She's trying to have a real last as her nickname, so I don't know.
What nickname does she go by?
She probably wants the last name, Kyman.
Kyman? How old is Heather?
16 or 17.
What happened to your face?
I don't know.
You told the officer just a few minutes ago that someone hit you. Do you remember who hit you?
I think it was Heather.
Why would Heather hit you?
It was an accident.
Nah, she didn't hit
Yeah,
you.
well.
She hit your ass with a 7.62. Fuck is you talking
Last
about?
name?
No. What was an accident?
Heather hitting me.
What happened for her to hit you in the eye like that?
She just hit me in an accident. She was giving Christina a head.
She was what?
She was helping Christina with her hair or something. I don't know.
Who's Christina?
She's on the couch.
Christina's on the couch?
Bro, I can't believe this nigga's still talking. I thought you would doze
Ryan
off
and
by
Heather
now.
lived with another person whose name isn't public. There's a possibility that it's
Damn, bro, I need to get this fucking, what's it called? This VPN downloaded. Or this
the
ad blocker.
Christina he's referring to here, but either way, nobody else was home at any point of the night of the attack. Ryan is clearly suffering traumatic brain injury, and it's astonishing that the detective isn't connecting the dots. Even if it was just blunt force like Ryan is telling him, he still should be checked out by a doctor given how he's acting. But of course, that's not how it happens.
Bring that nigga to the
Instead,
hospital.
it somehow gets even more messed up.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I really don't. I just want to go to sleep and go to sleep.
Who was in the house when you went to sleep?
Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather.
Mm,
And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Heather was on the couch. You told me Christina was on the couch just a minute ago.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't. I just want to go and go to sleep, man.
Oh, Ryan, you're not gonna go anywhere. Do you know what
Bro,
happened
did this
in your
nigga
house
survive
last
after this? Because after you get one to the dome, like, they had this nigga in the interrogation room for a minute. Like, did he survive?
Why, what happened?
night? I don't know what happened. You're all beat up. So tell me what happened.
I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, man.
There's a dead girl in your living room.
She's dead?
Yes.
Heather? The girl on the couch is dead?
I don't know if she's on the couch. She's dead.
Well, these people came over, Richie and his dad, with shooting arrow, bow, and darts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They hit me and her with those. That's it. And Heather wasn't there. And Eric wasn't there. It was just me and Heather.
And then what happened?
And that's it. Richie and his dad tried to break in through the back.
Richie and Dad? His dad?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Richie?
I don't know.
Well, you obviously know him. You
Bro,
know his
stop
name,
talking to
right?
this
He lived
nigga
there.
and send him to the
Is he a
hospital.
roommate of yours?
You can see this nigga don't even know what he's talking about. He's mumbling over his words. He don't remember what he said like a minute ago. Bring this
He
nigga
used to
to
be.
the hospital.
They hit you?
Get this nigga some
Yeah.
help.
Now it's Richie that hit you, not Heather?
No, Richie and his dad.
Why?
Because they were trying to get their stuff. I don't know why.
And they had some kind of bow and arrows?
They each had 2 revolvers and they didn't let off any shells.
Okay, you just said they had bow and arrows. Now they have revolvers?
That's what I meant. They had revolvers.
They have revolvers.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then they shot us with those.
They shot both of you?
Yeah.
Where'd they shoot you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
Damn.
with a revolver.
I think.
Hey, now the officer finna be like, damn, I really had this nigga in that interrogation room. I could have really killed this
I
nigga
don't
in
know,
here.
man. I don't know.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
I'd like to see this detective try and articulate himself anywhere near as Ryan is in this situation. He's managed to recount the exact sequence of events as well as the perpetrator's names, with the revolver bullet still in.
Damn, I thought he shot somebody. I already knew he got shot, but I thought he murdered somebody and they shot him back. My fault. This Chick-fil-A got me in a different
his
world.
brain. It does sound like an unbelievable story, and that's probably why the cop is essentially laughing at him by now. But that still doesn't excuse any part of what's going on. He's obviously distressed, in pain, and
I wonder how long they had him in here. Probably like 2. Nah, them niggas probably had
needs
that
to go
nigga
to
in
the
there all
hospital.
day.
But he's still more than half an hour away from any form of salvation.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe.
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I can tell you anything, I swear.
Well, I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want. from you.
Richie and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold. And, like, they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and shit. Like, I lived through that crap.
You're all over the board here, number one. You're saying bows and arrows, you're saying revolvers, and you're saying some other thing, and you're saying they shot you in the eye, okay? They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yes. And that's
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
If they
revolver.
shot you in the eye with a revolver, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
That nigga is literally fucking talking to you right now.
Most likely you be dead.
Send that nigga to the hospital.
Man, I really don't know.
This nigga suffering in the corner and
Go back
shit.
to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed, okay? That's not gonna happen.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. If he didn't do anything, I feel bad for this nigga. This nigga's suffering in the corner. Damn. Just imagine you in that situation.
What happened to Heather?
Heather got shot
Where did she get shot?
inside the face once.
She got shot inside of the face?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to her when she got shot in the face?
It was after I got shot, so I didn't even hear anything.
So you got shot first,
Uh-huh.
and what happened? Did you call 911?
Uh-uh.
Did you see if she was alive?
She was sleeping still, and that's it. I just let her sleep.
She got shot in the side of the face, and you let her sleep?
Yes.
This does not make sense, Ryan.
I know, I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was passing out. That's because I got shot wrong once, too, and I was gonna pass out.
Okay, this is now, not before. You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with the revolver.
Yes.
All right. Ryan, you need to start telling me the truth because your story doesn't make sense.
I'm trying, man. I don't know.
What happened with you and Heather last night?
Bro, he's literally telling you, bro. Like, this shit, I ain't gonna lie, this should be pissing me the fuck off when cops be doing this shit. I know they don't know, but like, this should still be pissing me off. Like, damn. damn.
Dad came
Like seeing it from a different angle, it's like, damn. Like knowing what happened.
And shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I tried to go back to sleep.
After you've been shot
Mm-hmm.
in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You didn't know enough to call 911.
Mm-mm.
Ryan, look at me.
Nigga, you just got shot in the head. How the fuck are you gonna call 911?
Ryan,
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't
why
know.
did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
Richie.
Yes.
The fuck? Is that fucking Squidward? They got a fucking Squidward game? Nigga, get the fuck off my
Shot
screen.
his own
But damn, bro. If I was in that situation, God forbid, bro, like, there's no way my first thought is like, I don't even know, bro. My first thought will be like, try to get out. If I'm still conscious, is try to get out there first. Like, if I'm aware like this nigga is, like a little bit, observe my surroundings and shit, then I'm calling 911. I'm not finna just hop up after I get shot and just call 911, nigga. You better wait.
sister.
Yes, I swear.
Well, I'm trying to go to the hospital as soon as possible because I know them ambulances be taking like 15-20 minutes depending where you live. I'm telling a nigga, drive me, come here, come drive me, bro,
That's it.
come drive me off at the hospital.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes.
Put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Oh, my head hurts.
Bro, why the fuck are you playing with this nigga head without gloves, bro? Nigga, you not no doctor, you an officer, bro. Just look at that motherfucker and tell that nigga to move his head to side to side before you get that shit infected.
Okay. Yeah, be right back.
Finally, the detective at least considers the fact that
God damn, finally.
Ryan might be in some form of physical distress. He leaves the room to ask for an ambulance and returns momentarily to try and get a few more details about the shooting. Ryan clarifies that Heather isn't related to Richie or his dad, and that he's got no idea why they attacked him that evening. 10 minutes later, the fire department arrives to take a look at Ryan's injury.
And he's acting like he has a serious head injury, which would make sense. What's your guys confirm?
Ryan.
Yeah, we'll take them.
I don't know why.
Yeah, we
it's
can tell. Did that all? Has it been like that before, or it just happened tonight?
like this for like a day or so.
So it happened, what, the other night?
I don't know.
You don't know what happened. Were there guns around?
This kid Eric did it. I don't know how he did it exactly. I might have been shot. I don't know.
Ryan gets his blood pressure taken, and finally, after 56 minutes of unnecessary and
That shit is long as fuck, being shot in the head. But I thought them niggas had him in there for like 4 hours or some shit.
ultimately deadly interrogation,
But damn,
he's taken
56
to the
minutes
hospital.
they said? Damn.
Upon inspection at the hospital, doctors immediately realized his
Hey, a nigga like me, I'm suing every single nigga that's in that bitch. I'm getting my fucking bag.
status was critical, and that he also had indeed been shot in the eye. They also told his father that he'd contracted an infection that could have been prevented had he received proper care.
That's what I just fucking said. Bro, I swear to God it was that officer. That nigga was playing around with his head, bro. He was telling you.
Ryan stayed at the hospital for 35 days and lost part of his brain and his left eye. Worst of all, though, he
See, all that shit could have been avoided, bro, if he just got that shit. Like, went to the hospital in like at least less than 10-20 minutes.
experienced regular
15
seizures
minutes.
from the day he left the hospital until 2016, when one finally took his life. Richie and Larry were
Yeah.
both given life in
R.I.P.,
prison
bro.
without the possibility of parole. Ryan's father also sued the police department, but as is so often the case, he only received
good
a
shit, they
fraction
sue
of
that
the
shit.
punishment.
They better get
less
their
than
money's
3
worth.
years in prison. Many people believe this officer should be charged with assault and possibly even murder, and that 3 years is absolutely not enough, especially compared to cases like
Yeah, get that nigga shit, that nigga at least gotta get like 10, at least
Reed
10,
Durrant,
15, bro.
who's facing up to 30 years in prison after attacking a cop. Reed was arrested at an elementary school after he was seen pretending to be the father of a kindergartner. Reed was seen to be acting strangely around the kids and failed to correctly name any of the children there.
Bro, these niggas are the worst niggas on planet Earth. These pedophile ass niggas, bro. Every time I see these, like, YouTube videos of them getting caught, bro, I do not feel bad for these niggas, bro.
So he was arrested
These niggas
and
need to
taken to
be
the
put in,
police
like,
station.
life.
In the interrogation, Reed freely told officers
these
that
niggas
he
need to get the
intended
death
to lure
sentence.
one of the children out, feed
You a grown ass man. You don't need to be playing with no little
them
kids, bro.
candy laced with tranquilizers, then abduct them while they were unconscious.
What the fuck? This nigga was going out hunting. What the fuck is this nigga on?
But after what seemed like an easy interrogation,
Nah, this nigga is a hey, lock this nigga up for life. This nigga got
Reed
tranquilizers.
suddenly
What the
decided that
fuck?
detective
I never heard
was
some shit
enough
like that.
and made a bid for his escape.
9-5, look at your unit up here. Put your hands behind your back now. You kidding me right now?
Reed had picked up a pen and attempted to stab the officer with it, but the officer's
the fuck you think
reflexes
he gonna
and
do with that
composure helped him to instantly
bro,
take him down.
Look how scrawny this nigga is. And look, bro, that officer could have sent that nigga through the table if he really wanted to. He was just playing a little gentle.
And restrain him. That, and the fact that the pen isn't the most effective weapon. Either way, Reed was arrested and charged with attempted kidnapping.
Yeah, like,
and
what the
now
fuck
a
you finna do with the
felony count of
pen?
assault. He's currently awaiting
Like,
trial
nigga, you
and
ain't in the
facing up to
CIA,
30 years
FBI.
in
You
prison.
ain't no special
Reed's
agent.
escape
It's not Call of
obviously
Duty.
didn't end very well
Fuck.
for him.
Fuck, he
The
think he
story
was
is
gonna do
different
with that
for
shit. He should have
Quantrell.
picked up that chair and slammed it on that nigga. Hey,
Schwartz,
but I ain't saying
who
nothing.
managed to escape
All
the
these
cops faster than
pedophiles are
anyone in history.
stupid. Damn, I almost said the R word, my fault.
Quantrell was brought in for strangling a girl and assaulting her, a crime he clearly didn't want to be convicted of.
What the fuck is this nigga doing? But how do...
Oh, no.
Unfortunately for Quantrell,
Bro, how the
his
fuck
handcuffs
he
were a
jumped
dead
out?
giveaway,
Die.
and he was captured 4
This nigga
hours
think he
later.
Batman or some
While it's
shit.
unknown exactly
Superman
what
or
happens
some
to
shit.
Quantrell after, this clip will forever put him in the Interrogation Hall of Fame. However, Ricky Hawthorne took a much
that nigga
more
got away?
straightforward approach
Hey.
to ending his interrogation, managing to confess in
That nigga
record time.
should skip
Ricky
dates
was
or some
found
shit.
covered in blood near the bodies of Lara Kuchar and Tommy Skeens. Lara had clearly been assaulted. Ricky's DNA was also found at the scene, so police had no worries when bringing him in. Surprisingly though, Ricky would make it even easier for them.
Hey, come on in.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yeah, I did it.
I was,
I did it.
you know what? Let's do this.
I did it, but I think somebody came behind me and finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it.
So much for staying silent. However,
Nigga,
Ricky is
what?
alleging that he
Is this nigga stupid? You still finna get charged? Oh my fucking god. Bro, this must be the dumbest.
wasn't actually the murderer. He just attacked the couple and assaulted Laura. It was someone else that finished the job. Even though the evidence was stacked against him, he still would have had a better chance of getting away with it if he just stayed silent.
There's 3 more people. I don't know.
And you know what?
They was living.
This nigga stupid. Now they finna go look for them 3 people. Where does 3 people at? They can't find them? Nigga, you making that shit up,
when I
stupid?
left. But I think somebody came in behind me and finished them off. I did beat the shit
Damn,
out of
almost.
them.
Damn, I just hit my
Somebody
mic.
else.
My
I
fault.
left.
Despite his claims, it was determined that the couple died of the injuries inflicted by Ricky, and he was later found guilty of the 1st and 2nd degree murder, as well as the attack on Laura. But not
Damn. Hold on, let me go put this motherfucker on the charger. I'll be right back. shit. Alright, I'm back on this motherfucker.
Nothing could
me hear
prepare
what these
police
niggas talking
for the
about.
interrogations of these two evil teen killers, suspected of murdering their best friend for nothing more than their own joy.
I just killed Cassie.
Damn.
Just left her house.
Okay,
This is
nigga.
not a f***ing joke.
What type of shit you on? You get enjoying out of killing niggas. Fuck.
These two 16-year-olds are currently suspected
Or
of
killing
stabbing
females.
classmate Cassie Stoddard over 30 times in one of the most
Damn.
horrifying murders in history. But what they don't realize is that in the next couple hours, police are going to dismantle every part of their story in front of their own eyes, resulting in one of the most satisfying and intense interrogations of all time, where these teens
shit,
will
let me see
soon
this shit.
realize their actions have consequences. At 11:02 p.m., 16-year-old Cassie had been left home alone to take care of her aunt's house while she was away. That night, she invited over 3 people, her boyfriend Matt and his friends Brian and Tori. Halfway into the night, Brian and Tori left, leaving just Matt and Cassie in the house. Soon after, the lights in the house started to turn on and off, with strange, loud noises coming from the basement. An hour later, Matt headed home, leaving Cassie alone and terrified. As soon as Matt had left, the lights turned off again, a door slammed viciously behind her back, and 2 masked figures, dressed in all black, burst into the living room. Before Cassie even knew what was happening, she had been brutally stabbed to death and left on the living room floor. With barely any leads, the police were left wondering who could have committed such a horrifying crime. Eventually, they decided to bring in the 2 boys who visited Cassie on the night of the murder, and 2 of the most disturbing interrogations of all time began.
Let me see what these niggas talking about.
We talked to your folks, and just kind of told them.
Let's see if this is really the most evil interrogation of all time.
The other night we hashed over some things about where you were and all the details and stuff. I want to remind you that, of course, you're not under arrest. Okay, you're free to leave, and if you don't have to answer any questions that you don't want to, and at any time you can walk out.
Big dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. Ride around the
Trash ass song.
Wake up with your parents, okay? So we're not making you stay here for any reason.
Both boys were questioned a couple days earlier and provided the same alibi. After leaving Cassie's house, they both headed to a nearby movie theater and stayed there for the rest of the night. Though the cops found it curious that neither of the boys were actually able to tell them what the movie was about. But given this is the only reason they have to suspect the boys, they decided to bring them in individually without arresting them, creating a comfortable atmosphere that wouldn't scare them away.
We're going to start about, I know we talked the other night about, first of all, why we're here, and we're investigating a homicide.
Yes.
That Cassie Stoddard was murdered.
Yes.
And because of the fact that you were, one of the last 3 people, there, and you had knowledge of her and stuff like that, it's common course that we want to go and interview people and find out what you know.
Regardless of the fact that neither of the boys had been arrested, it's important to remember that, guilty or innocent, the best course of action here is always to call a lawyer. Now that the detectives have confirmed they're there regarding the murder, they have to assume they're suspects, which in turn means all the cops are going to try to do is obtain information and try to extract a confession. A lawyer would be able to help spot
let's see how
traps
these
set by
niggas
the
snitch on each
detectives that
other.
will be used against them further in the interrogation.
How much you bet one is finna snitch on
Traps such as
the other
very
one?
next
This,
question
this is
asked.
always how it
Let's talk
goes.
about Friday, and I think the date was the 22nd, and that was the night that you guys went up there to visit. Can you tell me a little bit about maybe at school or something, how you
Let's see who's
learned
gonna
or
fuck up.
how you come to go up to Cassie's place or out to that place she was house sitting?
She told me on Thursday
Okay.
that she was having baby sitting in the house, basically. House sitting.
Okay, so you guys decide to go, plans are made, it's Friday. What time do you get ready? What time do you end up, how does it work out that you and Brian head out to?
Mom, what
What?
time did I leave from our house
Um,
on Friday?
it was after I got back from taking Jamie to the game.
It was about 6:30 or 7.
Yeah, 6:30ish.
About there.
Okay, between 6:30 and 7,
Yeah.
you left your house.
Yeah, and I went and picked up
About
Brian.
7. Probably, yeah, between 6:30 and 7.
Okay.
The detective is trying to establish a timeline of events here that he will refer back to for the rest of the interrogation. If Tori is guilty, something he says here will be a lie. meaning that if he's pressured for long enough, he's bound to say something that will conflict with his initial statement, giving the detective a way in. But this particular case also carries an interesting dynamic. There are two suspects being interrogated back to back. Given that they're separated, this means that their stories will have to be identical, or else the cops will have an instant tell that at least one of them is lying. This is a technique that detectives use multiple times in this case and will eventually prove to tear the case wide open.
So you arrived there. What happened when you get there?
Cassie and Matt gave us a tour of the entire house.
Just back up just a little bit. So you rolled and drive. Did they greet you at the door? Did you say
Matt was outside on the deck and he waved to us.
This nigga already put himself in the scene and shit.
Basement door going in, maybe in the garage door.
A nigga like me, I would have been like, I wasn't there. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you mean about that shit. I was at the home chilling. Where's Shorty?
See, this is the garage door right here.
Yeah.
Was there a door here, a little man door to walk? Did you?
Oh yeah, there was.
Okay, so you went by that door, but you went up.
We went up the stairs.
Second level entrance. Okay. So they greeted you there. You went inside.
Yes.
And what happened as soon as you went inside?
We looked around the entry hall, and then we got the tour of the entire house.
Now, did they take you on that tour?
Yeah, they did. They showed us around.
Cassie was house sitting her aunt's place on the night of the murder, so there was little chance that any of her friends from school would even know she was there, let alone have the knowledge of the house to be able to gain access and hide for hours undetected. So now that police know that both Tori and Brian were given a full tour of the house, they are instantly more suspicious to them, as they're some of only a select group of people that could possibly have all the information.
See, bro, you should have told them niggas you were at that house. Now them niggas got y'all ass.
Then continue on this theme, asking Brian about some seemingly irrelevant points that actually carry some huge weight in this case.
They were eating popsicles. Now, were you in the kitchen? What were you using to open them? Were they these ones you have to cut the top open, or did you tear them with your teeth, or how?
You had to cut the top open.
Okay, so how were they opening the popsicles?
I remember there was a knife in the drawer that had like a child hang on it.
Okay.
And Matt was like, oh yeah, I showed him how to open it and stuff, and he opened it for me, and then he did it.
Okay. So did you touch that knife at all?
I think I held it first, yes.
Okay. Did you see them using the knife?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Why did you handle it?
I was trying to find like a pair of scissors, and I found that, and I'm like, okay, it's my work.
Okay.
So I just touched that.
The curveball question obviously threw Brian off, but it does provide a reason for why his fingerprints were found all over a knife in the kitchen. However, when the detective switches his attention to the electrical panel in the basement, Brian
couldn't find no scissors. Good comeback.
So you downstairs, now you got the popsicles out of the freezer downstairs? Is that where you got it from?
The freezer.
That's where they were? All right.
The new Motorola Razr Plus.
Nigga.
Did you see your other room downstairs? Did you go in the room that was in the corner?
I think that's the last one.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That room's kind of cool.
Bro, next stream I'm definitely downloading that ad blocker. I'm sick of these fucking ads, bro.
Okay. Did you notice anything on the walls? Do you know what
whatever?
Well, maybe like that, but you know what an electrical panel is? Like the breaker box?
Like the steel thing?
Yeah, it's like a steel panel door, and then it's got breaker switches in it that turns the power off to everything. Do you remember seeing one of those on the wall?
I have it in my house, yeah.
Okay, do you remember seeing one on the wall now?
Damn, I haven't seen one of those bitches in like a one that looks like this in a minute. I haven't seen one of those bitches in a minute. One of those, what's those called? Electric panels or some shit? I remember I used to have one of those like not my old house, but my old house. Like when I was like a kid. That's how I was like, I haven't seen one of those bitches.
You might have, if the door would have been hanging open on it, you probably would have noticed that, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't shut the door on it, it was open, so your fingerprints wouldn't be on that panel for any reason. You don't remember shutting the door?
I don't think my prints would be on that, because I didn't know exactly where it was.
Okay.
I mean, you'd probably remember touching something like that because they're dangerous.
Probably.
The entire house had of course been forensically analyzed, so it's likely that the police had already found Brian and Tori's fingerprints all over the electrical panel. And the detective is right. There's almost no conceivable reason for the boys to have touched it. After all, Brian admitted that the only reason he went down there was to raid the freezer and check out the movies. Of course, we know the boys used the panel to scare Matt and Cassie before carrying out the murder. But for the cops, it just raises more questions. Especially when
them niggas thought they were in like a horror film or something. Them niggas thought they were ghosts or some shit. Nigga, you ain't no ghost. You a scrawny ass little
Brian
bitch ass
states that he
nigga.
never even saw the panel there in the first place. The cops know something is seriously wrong.
Nigga thought he was a
they
demon or
decide to continue
something.
piling on to see if they can find any more holes in their story.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna go get tickets to go to the movie.
And so
You didn't park anywhere though in between, so there'd be no reason for like a
you
neighbor
stopped for like
to
maybe
see your
2
car.
minutes
Where at?
to find a cell phone call Matt.
Okay, so was this in the neighborhood, just not far
Yes.
down?
No, I was like maybe 20 feet away from the house.
Okay.
Then Matt wanted us to come back and get him.
Oh shit, that nigga stumbling.
But so
Come on, pick it back
you're at
up.
the house and you're just like you're 20 feet down the road.
Yeah.
And then you called Matt.
Yeah.
But you hadn't been gone from the house for about a minute or two, right? I mean,
Well, we didn't call Matt yet.
okay. So you
You
stopped
sure
there to
did?
find the cell phone.
Yeah.
Brian begins to scramble, desperately looking for the words that would get him out of the hole he's dug. It's worth noting that the detectives haven't even cranked up the pressure yet, and Brian's entire
Bro, I wonder what's going through his head right now. He's like, damn, I really fucked up.
interrogation thus far has been exceedingly casual. At one point, they were even discussing their favorite movies. But this makes Ryan's stuttering all the more telling. He's struggling to attempt to stick to his story, whilst only being asked simple questions.
Shit, I wonder which one was the weakest link, this nigga or the other one.
So, the detectives take advantage of this, and begin
No,
to
he
start
is the
asking
weakest link.
increasingly specific questions.
And we like to see the whole movie. So, and I think the only one playing was Pulse, and that was at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So we went inside there. I remember calling Matt inside the movie theater.
So that was it still 9:45 or was it a little later when you called Matt so we can match up that phone call?
Maybe 10:26, I think. 10:26, 10:27.
Okay.
Remember, neither of the boys were actually at the movie theater that night. But this phone call did in fact take place. They told Nat they had to stay quiet to not annoy the other patrons. But in reality, they were hiding in the room directly beneath him, whispering to not be discovered before the murder.
So
Yeah.
what was the movie about? I mean, have you watched most of the movie?
I don't know. Well, there's a girl there.
Okay.
I sat. She was maybe 2 seats away from me.
Okay. What side of you was she sitting on?
My right side.
On your right side?
Yes.
2 girls, right?
There's a girl and she had a friend. Yeah.
I mean,
You at least
you guys,
watch parts of the movie or something. Any characters you can hook us up with to describe somebody in the movie, describe what happened, anything. What's the
No, he
what's
can't.
the
He can't
premise
describe
of the
none of that
movie?
shit.
What's it all about?
Okay, it's about a guy. His wife.
I don't want to know what white noise.
Yeah, it's about a guy and his wife, and yeah, they were in like a town, and they were just living in their houses.
About. I want to know what this movie's about.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And then I remember, can't really exactly.
Yeah, it was this guy, and this nigga fucked up.
Sweaty moves. I didn't pay attention to it.
well, you know what we did yesterday?
What?
We went and watched the movie.
Really?
Oh my fucking god, bro! They got this nigga in a fucking. I need to play that shit back. Them niggas said we watched the movie.
We went and watched the movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay.
what is the movie about?
Jeez. I don't exactly know. I remember being really bored. It was kind of
You just
stupid.
so you go in the movie. You pay that money to go in a movie, and just I mean, so
Well,
your story is you didn't really watch the movie.
Nigga, you should have said I was fried and I fell asleep. I don't know what that shit was about.
Well, I'm talking to girls.
You got to pick up at least one image off the screen that you saw. Tell us about one person. Describe one person you saw in the movie. What'd they look like?
I'm seeing a man, and he looked at a TV screen. It had white noise on it. It had the shh thing.
And that's all you saw the
Yeah.
whole movie. So how long do you think you were inside that movie theater? Total, grand total.
We were there for maybe 2 hours.
2 hours? You
2
were
hours.
inside that movie theater?
Maybe
and you don't remember. You don't
quite 2
remember one
hours.
detail to help us out.
Nigga, what movie are you looking? Where you just went to the movies to just look at the ceiling or some shit, or the back of the seats? I know you had to see, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to tell you.
Now that Brian is being pressured by the detectives, his story is starting to fall apart even more. Brian is obviously a massive movie nerd.
Let me grab this shit real quick. This is the last time I'm going upstairs. Give me a second.
But
bro, tell me why. Oh shit. Tell me why I fucking just trying to open my fucking door and that bitch opened by itself. I thought there was a ghost in this motherfucker or
He
something.
can't even remember a single frame or character from the entire thing. Something isn't adding up. Also, Ryan has a tell. Every time he's been caught in a lie or is forced to go off his prepared...
Is she texting someone behind your back?
Damn! What the fuck?
Opio search can help you find out who she's messaging.
Shit off my screen.
He stutters heavily, just as he does here while trying to describe this imaginary man from the movie. See if you can spot any of Brian's lies using this tell as the interrogation continues.
Brian, we got some problems, okay?
Yeah, I understand.
We've talked to a lot of people. We've viewed tape, okay? And I'm here to tell you, you didn't go to the movie.
Okay.
You were not at that movie theater, okay? Now, that's neither here nor there. But the thing is, you're going to have to get by that.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't go to the movie, that's fine. But you're going to have to tell us where you went so that we can put you there. Because I don't want something to cave in on you that's not working for you.
Right.
Okay? We're here to help you, bro. I mean, really, we are.
You know what happened.
The detectives here are trying to take a softer approach, stating that they are there for Brian to try and help him out of the hole that he knows he's in. This technique is considerably more effective when used on juveniles, but Brian doesn't fall for it. Instead, he spends the next 10 minutes spinning another web of lies, stating that he wasn't at the movies, but he wasn't at Cassie's house either. Instead, he was out with Tori going through cars, saying they were stealing valuable items out of unlocked cars.
Is there anything that we can go back and make your story fit?
I didn't. No, there wasn't anything in the cars. There was a mother that was yelling, and at like her kids or something. And then she walked outside, and then we kind of scurried off early, you know, because of people there.
In
Bro, what the
Tori's
fuck is this nigga talking
He
about?
also used this excuse, but was equally as convincing.
When you went into these cars, so you can't give us like a color of a car.
I got
like
a
the first
white
one. Okay, a white one.
I can't remember what kind it was though.
Because of their terrible delivery of the lies and all of the evidence that had already been found at the house, the detectives essentially dismiss the story and loop straight back to the murder.
There's nobody that's gonna see you guys sneak back into the house.
No.
That didn't happen.
No.
And there's nobody that's gonna see you around the house on Saturday.
No.
We're not gonna find those people.
No. We were at our house at all.
Did you have anything to do with the murder? Did you have anything to do with the murder of Cassie?
No. No, I did not have anything to do with the murder of Cassie.
Tori?
No.
Do you love Cassie?
Like, love as a friend or love like...
You kind of have a crush on her a little bit. Did you have a crush on her a little bit?
Nigga, you did not, bro. Nigga, you did not love her, boy. Kill her shit.
I was about to ask her out, but Matt did.
Out of nowhere, Brian gives a motive for the crime. Up until this point, it seems as though Cassie had been selected completely at random. In fact, the pair had recorded a video prior to the murder where they even said they felt sad about what they had to do.
We found our victim and she's our friend. But you know what? We all have to make sacrifices. Our first victim is going to be Cassie's daughter. She's going to be alone.
Nigga think he in the Stone Ages. We ain't doing no sacrifices no more. This is when this was taken. 2026. I mean, Damn, I'm tweaking. 2006.
In a big, dark house out in the middle
Nigga, this is
of
not
nowhere.
the ADBCs or some shit.
Horny just thinking about it.
Hell yeah.
What the? Okay, wow. What the fuck did that nigga just say? That's a crazy ass statement to say.
Perfect.
You was horny about that shit? Come on now, little nigga.
Thinking about it.
Hell yeah.
But while Brian has a motive, it was still unclear what Tori's motive would have been. That was until he said this.
You know that Matt, her boyfriend, was going to be there too?
Yes.
So, and you're also familiar with him?
Yes.
Friends with him?
Mm-hmm. I hated him last year.
The suspects have a reason why each suspect would want to kill Cassie. Brian is jealous of Matt, and Tori simply hates him. Perhaps Matt was the next person on their list. Either way, the detectives have set all their traps and have gathered everything
these
they need
niggas
to
like Bonnie and
finally
Clyde.
start zeroing in.
These niggas should
to
get married.
extract
They doing drills
confession.
together?
Somebody has got you mixed into something, regardless of what level you're mixed in. To something that you do not want to be involved in. You don't want to be involved in this. Okay? Cassie is dead. She's not supposed to die, but she does. And you know what? I think you see it. I don't know if you're there. I don't know if you're on top of it. I don't know if you freak out and you do it. I don't know if Tori does it, but you know something? You're there. I can see it. I know by the evidence that we have that you're there. Okay?
I was there before.
Either it's you or it's Tori.
Well, I don't know who it was, but I did not go back to the house that night, I swear.
One other thing I want to touch upon that night when you're out messing around, that's why I asked you earlier, just take any masks with you. Because we have some indications that you had some like Halloween type, scary mask or something. You guys playing around with those at any point in time? Or?
We bought one earlier.
Well, I'm talking that night. You guys had some
It
Halloween
was in my
with you?
trunk of my car for a while though.
Was it in the car Friday night?
Yeah, it probably was.
Very important thing to us. We gotta solve
that nigga right there.
Okay, we got a car matching your description, going up to Black Rock area.
Yeah, once we got up to Black Rock, we were like, oh, this is definitely not
And that car's stopping. You're not just driving, it's stopping up there. And did you stop for a period of time up in there?
Brian stopped to smoke. I didn't want him smoking in my car.
So did you guys get out? Did you walk? Did you get away from the car? Somebody saw that car unattended?
No, we
did
did
they
not.
report that as an unattended car up there?
No.
Did you guys dig anything up there? I mean, because you're probably going to have dirt in the back of your car from a shovel from dirt that's going to forensically match
There
up.
was dirt on the shovel already, though.
But I mean, we can match the dirt up. That's the good thing. Is the dirt going to come from Black Rock?
Hell yeah, it is.
Brian took the shovel out, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, but he didn't take it anywhere.
If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be?
What the
Let me call Jeremy real quick. Jeremy.
Okay, so is that dirt going to match up to the Black Rock area?
It might not. I'm not sure.
Unfortunately for Tori, the cops already know exactly where the dirt comes from, as Brian had already snapped. Before Tori's interrogation even began, they managed to extract a confession from Brian off camera, who then led them all the way to Black Rock Canyon, where they had buried all the evidence from the case. Now
These
all that
niggas
was
are the
left
two
to do
dumbest
was
criminals
to get Tori
alive.
to confess. And what's worse, his parents were in the room with him the whole time, desperately praying he was innocent.
I'm here to tell you that we've been doing this for several days. We've talked to a lot of people. We've seen a lot of things.
Hey, fo. I will never do some shit like that, but in nigga, I'll be more scared of my parents than officers, boy. They would have whooped my shit. I mean, not now. I'm 19. Fuck
That's
that.
all we've been doing. Every sleep. Okay? We know how it went down.
But
tell us what happened.
Damn, that's crazy.
With what?
Out of Cassie's place.
We went through cars, me and Brian.
Okay. I'm not here to insult you or anything, but we don't believe your story. And
Look at this nigga finna cry like a little
Your
bitch.
story about going through the
Nigga, you wasn't crying when you was trying to kill Shorty?
I don't believe it, especially because I know it's not true.
Get that nigga up, bro.
Because we got you going into that house.
Look at this nigga.
When you parked on the
Finna
street.
cry and shit. licking his
Going
lips.
back into Cassie's house. If it was a prank, if you guys are just messing around, fine. We just need to know about that prank, you know, that's going on in there. And if it's you just there to scare him and you guys left and something happened else besides that.
One of the final steps in the Reed technique used in interrogations is to pose an alternative explanation that allows the suspect to admit guilt in a less serious manner. This is usually done by asking them if it was an accident. But here the detectives play on Tori's age and personality to try and make him believe that they believe it was a prank, making the bait more enticing to take.
Sean, do you guys go back in just to pull a prank? Is that what happens?
You're into that kind of stuff. I mean, for all intents and purposes, and tell me if I'm screwed up on this, but you like horror movies, you like scare movies and stuff like that. That's what I've been told about you. You dig those kind of movies, right? Did you go in there just to scare them, just to scare the crap out of them, and, you know, and be done with it, you know? Mm-hmm. So tell us about that. Help us understand a little bit about it. Take a deep breath and do it, bud. You know the truth. The truth is easy.
Nigga, just give it up, bro. They already know.
We can help you.
Can I talk to an attorney?
You can do that.
Can you talk to me?
Probably, yeah.
Despite not getting a complete confession from Tori, the detectives already had everything they needed to put the two away for life. And that's exactly what happened. On the 21st of August 2007, both Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk were convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in jail without the possibility of parole.
Damn, look outside them niggas were. That's tough. That's what you should do. That's why you shouldn't be doing dumb shit. Shit. Damn.